Hey guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. How are you doing? It's Wednesday afternoon, round 2 of our daily reality TV, tea, and other things that we cover on this channel. So, my new obsession is this show called Unexpected. And if you guys aren't watching it, you gotta, because it is like the best, and it's on TLC. And it is all about unexpected pregnancies for young people. So, one of the featured fan unfavorites is a woman, a little young child. She's 19. Her name is Mckayla Adkins. She is now the mother of 2 children, Gracelyn and Timothy. She has a long history of on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again, on again, off again relationship with Caelen Morrison, the father of the 2 children. The past season actually just wrapped up last Sunday, and there will be a tell-all coming up this Sunday on TLC. Now, there's been lots of hints dropped on the TLC teaser that a certain someone might be pregnant again, but it's not Mckayla. There's been some stuff going around on Instagram related to Haley number 2, and I'll be bringing that to you guys later today. Let's move on to Mckayla. Only a few weeks ago, Mckayla was on her YouTube channel talking about how she and Caelen were working towards co-parenting. She was single. Caelen was starting to have visitation. She admitted to withholding her children from Caelen out of anger and bitterness. She admitted to not allowing him to see his children. And on this last week's episode, she was telling producers and those filming her that she was allowing her boyfriend, who she's no longer with, to meet her children and spend time with her children. However, Caelen, on the same episode, was telling producers that her boyfriend was spending more time with the baby and with his son Timothy because she simply would not allow him to see his children. This made him extremely upset and prompted him to go to court. Through court mediation, the 2 of them were working through a custody agreement, and then suddenly, in the middle of this custody agreement, they're back together. It has some fans speculating that her getting back together with Caelen is a way for him to drop the court case against her and work towards reunifying their family. I certainly hope that Caelen continues down the path of court so that if they do split up in the future, there is a custody agreement set up or that his parental rights have been established. I hope this doesn't derail those plans. Now, they announced only a few weeks ago that they were back together, and now they're back to moving in together. Yikes. She's been living with her grandparents since she left her house with Caelen over a year ago. If you remember, she actually moved out of the house with Caelen because she was not getting the attention she wanted. She said she was always by herself because Caelen was working and she could get more support at home. Caelen argued that she was moving back in with her grandparents because she wanted everyone to do everything for her, and he spoke about how both he and his mother, Shelly, stating that they believe that Caelen's grandparents actually cause a lot of the problems because they enable her behavior, they pick up things for her, and they do everything for her, making it so that she doesn't have to do anything. Well, now they're back together and they're going to get a house only weeks after getting back together. It's weird. And they can't afford it. So what are they doing? They're going on Instagram and asking fans to Venmo them money. I'm not even lying. Here, let me show you.
You can donate anything Hey guys, so we already feel weird about doing this, but we are attaching our Venmos to our stories. He has his on his Instagram. I'll tag him in this story. And then in the next slide is going to be my Venmo. Basically, the only reason we're tagging this is because we are moving out, if you didn't know, and we have our own place together, and bills are expensive, furniture is expensive, and we are just trying to get all the help we can get. So if you can donate anything, we appreciate it so much, and we're so thankful, and we love you guys, and thank you for supporting our relationship, because it's been a rocky ride, and we know you know that. Peace. Caelen and I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who has Venmo'd us, and we're super thankful for everything we've gotten so far. And we're going to be posting more in a YouTube video. We're filming today about a surprise we're going to do for those of you who have Venmo'd us or are going to Venmo us. And yeah, we just decided we wanted to give back. Hint.
Okay. So only a few weeks ago, Mckayla was actually uploading that she may have to get a job, that she was broke, but only weeks before that admitted to also spending over $600 on lip injections. Now she wants you to help her move back into within her boyfriend in a home to help her cover her bills and furniture. Am I the only one that thinks this is weird? If you can afford $700 lip injections, I don't think going to your fans only weeks later and asking them for money so you can support and pay your bills is really practical and actually teaches you nothing. I would say if this was my child, I would tell her to save money before considering moving in. I would also consider spending a little bit more time together to ensuring that this relationship is solid so that you know that this isn't going to result in a breakup only in a few months. It's going to become an issue where you're continuously asking people for money every time you need something, and you learn nothing by asking people continuously for money when dealing with these types of issues. Life will always be expensive, but lip injections are definitely not necessary if you yourself are saying that you're broke. She's been on a reality show on TLC, which also begs the question is, where's the money going that she's making from the show? She feasibly or theoretically has no bills living with her grandparents. I doubt they're making her pay rent. I highly doubt that she's paying for a lot of the expenses related to her children. And it's more probable she's spending this money maybe on herself, her lips, whatever. I don't understand this. I understand that she is saying that they never expected that they would do this. But again, when I was thinking about moving out, my parents suggested what I would do was save up. Save up for your first month's rent and your last month's rent. Make sure you have enough for your security deposit and to purchase and pay for bills. That should all be in savings before you even think about moving out and having a budget so you know what you can afford every single month. Without that, this is going to become perpetual and the need for money is going to be consistent. I really hope that they've thought this through and consider the fact of what this could do to their children if they do make this very drastic step only weeks after getting back together, as well as the questionable decision of getting back together when there's a legal court case. It does look suspect that she's getting back with him while he's trying to gain legal custody access to his children. I don't think that it's like intentional, but I do think and I hope that Caelen has some sort of legal protection for the future, because Mckayla has a pretty erratic history of breaking up with him for no reason. People wonder why she's not the fan favorite, and it's related to the way that she treats Caelen and everyone else around her. She has owned up to some of her mistakes, agreeing and stating that it was wrong of her to withhold her children from Caelen. It was wrong of her to treat him the way he did. And I hope that if they're going to move forward and have a life as a family, that they are in some form of couples counseling. And I hope she is receiving therapy. She grew up raised by her grandparents because her mother was an addict. And so there's a lot of trauma in her background that I'm sure is making some of this behavior part of her life. Shelly, Caelen's mom, has noted that she's just a broken little girl and needs help. And I hope that both Shelly and Caelen have their eyes wide open and realize that this could turn at any moment in time. Let's hope that this works out. I never want to be a Debbie Downer, but I don't know that donating to them is necessarily going to teach them anything. I am of the opinion that We all fall on hard times, but this isn't a specific issue where they're falling on hard times. This is more, I'm impatient, I want to live with my boyfriend, I want my family back together, I can't wait. In the real world, if you don't have a social media following, if you don't have hundreds of thousands of people that will willingly donate to you on a daily basis, you wouldn't have this kind of luxury. You'd have to take things and get jobs and move and do things the way everyone else does. And I hope there's people in their lives that are reminding them that they should be doing this the right way instead of requesting funds from fans. All right, you guys, this is what I've got on Caelen and Mckayla. I don't know if you think how I do or if you believe what I believe, but that's my advice to them. And they said they knew that this was going to get them a bad, I don't know, press. So if you know it's going to get you bad press and people are going to be opinionated about it, why do it? It's just facts. Bye, guys.